A violent but delusional pawn of Lex Luthor, Bloodsport is one of the first human villains who, despite not having any superhuman power, became successful in hurting Superman by shooting him with a kryptonite bullet. He is an intrepid fighter, a formidable hand-to-hand combatant, and feared greatly by the prisoners in Stryker's Island. All these while maintaining a fantasy of being a war veteran. Welcome to DCNES, and today let's discuss the fictional history of Bloodsport. Robert Dubois, also known as Bloodsport, was created by John Byrne and Carl Kessel, and he is one of the few people who shot Superman with kryptonite. He is remarkably strong for a normal human being and considerably more durable than the average person. His senses and reflexes are exceptionally keen that allow him to respond to Deadshot and Superman's attacks. Aside from that, he is ambidextrous and an accurate and quick marksman on both hands. He first appeared in the second volume of Superman in 1987. He was a Vietnam War draft dodger. He was drafted during the Vietnam War, but when he got his induction notice, he took off and went to Canada. His brother, Michael Dubois, took his place and name into the army. In the war, Michael lost both his arms and legs. When Robert found out, he was filled with guilt and had a mental breakdown. He became obsessed with the Vietnam War and was admitted into different psychiatric facilities in Canada for 12 years. He then disappeared. Robert was consequently recruited by Lex Luthor's team with the main objective of becoming a pawn to assassinate Superman. Kimberly, an operative of Lex Luthor leading Lexcorp in this initiative, used Robert's obsession with Vietnam to condition him physically and psychologically to want to kill Superman. Kimberly and Luthor equipped Robert with a collection of powerful advanced weapons, including a gun that can fire kryptonite needles and a teleportation device for these weapons. He then turned up in Metropolis calling himself as Bloodsport, killing civilians indiscriminately, claiming that these people have wasted the freedom that he and his brother have fought for. In his first clash with Superman, Bloodsport shot Superman with a kryptonite needle, which severely incapacitated him. After being rescued by Jimmy Olsen and receiving medical aid, Superman faced Bloodsport again. This time, Luthor is also infuriated by Bloodsport's murders of civilians and commanded his team to terminate Bloodsport. Bloodsport used many high-tech weapons against all of them that seemed to be appearing from thin air. But Superman realized that Bloodsport is using a teleportation device. Superman used his heat vision to ionize the air around him to scramble the teleportation device that caused it to malfunction. Without his weapons, Bloodsport then threatened to blow up his bomb that can impact 10 square miles of the city. But Jimmy brought in Michael Dubois, Robert's brother, to stop him. Upon seeing his brother, Bloodsport crumpled and gave up. Robert Dubois remained in prison on Stryker's Island for many years, and eventually met the racist Alexander Trent, who will become the second Bloodsport. As racial frictions began to engulf Stryker's Island, the prison warden then hosted a boxing match between Trent and Dubois. The warden thought that this would be a therapeutic way for the inmates to vent out their frustrations without provoking further acts of violence. To preserve the match, Superman became the referee. However, Trent, like Dubois, teleported a gun that phased Superman, resulting in a riot. Dubois was able to obtain one of Trent's weapons and used it to blast the prison wall and escape. However, he was shot with multiple bullets by the prison guards. Later on, Bloodsport had a brief action-packed encounter with Deadshot when they were both manipulated to take over Gotham. They were ultimately broken up by Superman and Batman. Bloodsport also appeared in JLA Avengers as one of the villains who ambushed Vision and Aquaman. He fought Iron Man and was contained by Green Lantern Hal Jordan. Recently, in the Infinite Frontier reboot of DC Comics, Bloodsport was seen in Hub City shooting the police but was immediately subdued and tied up by the Flash's Barry and Wally. In the cartoons, Bloodsport appeared in Justice League Unlimited as one of the fighters on the Roulette's Meta Brawl. On another episode of Justice League Unlimited, Bloodsport became a member of the secret society under Gorilla Grodd, but later deflected to Lex Luthor's side. In the Supergirl TV series by CW, Bloodsport appeared as a military personnel who was caught stealing weaponries and became a terrorist. He was portrayed by David St. Louis. Finally, Idris Elba in 2021 portrayed Bloodsport Robert Dubois in the live-action film The Suicide Squad. Here, Bloodsport is a black British mercenary equipped with a high-tech suit that only he can utilize. He is imprisoned for shooting Superman with a kryptonite bullet, and he has a daughter named Tyla. As a side background about the casting, Idris Elba was originally casted as Deadshot to replace Will Smith. However, James Gunn decided that they might use Will Smith's Deadshot character in the future and went to making Idris as Bloodsport.
We're all gonna die.
I hope so. Oh, for God's sake.
Now, for the other versions of Bloodsport, as mentioned a while ago, the second Bloodsport is Alexander Tran, a fanatical racist and a member of a white supremacist group. He also has a teleporter embedded in his body, which he used to get weapons. He was also captured by Superman and met Robert Dubois in prison. He was later on burned in prison by the Brotherhood for showing weakness in front of Dubois. Tran's teleporter went to the hands of Demolitia, an anti-corporate vigilante who later on became a female version of Bloodsport. The third version is known as Bloodsport 3. He is an unknown character who teamed up with Silver Banshee, Toyman, Hellgramite, Kryptonite Man, Riot, Puzzler, and Livewire to take on Superman.
Robert Dubois. He's in prison for putting Superman in the ICU with a kryptonite bullet.
I'm not joining your suicide squad.
We'll see.
So there you have it, the life and times and versions of Bloodsport. He is a seriously strong fighter and a seriously deranged individual. I don't know about you, but I think he is such a perfect member for the Suicide Squad. Is there anyone else that you wish to be featured here at DCNES? Tell us your comments below and hit subscribe.